Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. Today started out really chill, really chill, all the way up until I got like and there was no job. I had a job, and then they wanted somebody else to do it because they wanted to use that truck afterwards, which is fine. But I helped them get that truck cleaned out. It was from yesterday. We had the issues yesterday too. But just today has been wild. My legs have gotten their workout. There goes a truck that it would have been really nice to use that truck. Somebody just showed up at the shop with the truck. Would have been really nice to use that truck. So what happened was I go up on the hill. We're cleaning out a truck. It's a truck we tried to clean out yesterday, but there was too many solids in it, so they scheduled a washout at the place where we got it dirty from. We should have got it washed out yesterday, but nobody told me to do any of that, and that's not something that I don't add on a charge like that. And I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but we didn't get it cleaned out yesterday. I also was not the guy in charge of the job or anything. We were cleaning out some tanks inside of a building. There's 6 or 8 round tanks. And I guess over the last few months, we've been cleaning like 2 at a time, and everything's been going really well with that. Hydroblasting, it's got like some heating element coil thing inside of it that doesn't work on some of them, so they want us to clean the tanks out, get all that shit off of there because it's old oil. It's a recycling place, so it's like a bunch of old oil and different chemicals and shit, but nothing's supposed to be hazardous, but it becomes hazardous as the days go by. Anyways, we send one guy in. I'm running the vac truck. Send a guy in, and he's in there for a while, and I just go sit off next to the vac truck and next to the hydroblaster just in case it needs to be turned off for any reason. And I hear a loud bang, and all I can see is their feet at this point in time because I'm kind of further away. I can see their feet, and there are 2 of them start running. I'm like, oh shit. So I run over to the machine and turn the machine off, and then I run back to my truck and turn my truck off, just so all the equipment is turned off. Nobody's got any issues. And well, what happened was the guy that went in the tank, he's done, I think, 4 of these tanks already in the past. So we decided to send him in first. He'll get the bulk of it, and then we'll send in one of our guys to finish up the detail work if he doesn't decide to do it all in one go. Because the tanks aren't that dirty. It's not that bad. There's some shit you got to chip off of the heating elements, but other than that, it's not really horrible. And with getting inside the tank, it made it really easy. Well, the other tanks that had heating coils had a middle brace support underneath them. And the 2 tanks that we were going to start cleaning both did not. We didn't even notice until the heating element broke and fell. And luckily, our guy wasn't underneath it or standing on top of it. He was just kind of standing next to it. And it fell and hit him in the back. But he's okay. We did our report. We did incident reports and all kinds of shit. And he ended up being okay. He stayed. He was like, "No, I'm fine. It didn't hurt." And we got him. We took all of his suit off and was checking him out and everything. And he's like, "I'm fine. I'm fine." I'm like, okay. So, anyways, we cleaned that shit out, and after the shit goes through my hose and into the truck, and after being cleaned, it looks a lot like asphalt. But it's not. It's just oily chunks, really, is what it is. And we dumped on site. We dumped into a container they had out there. It's one of their, I don't know, one of their things they have hauled off to the dump or whatever. So dumped about 1,500 gallons in there, and then we left. Get back to the shop. Sorry, I had to do my thing, you know. Get back to the shop, and as soon as we got back, I got the truck fueled up, parked, and I was walking. I walked over, got my truck, my pickup truck, drove it over to the shop, and I called my boss, and I said, hey, man, just wanted to make sure there was nothing else you wanted me to do today, because I want to swap out my tires on my pickup truck with our tire machine and stuff, and I just want to be sure that we're done. And he said, actually, how's that truck look? I was like, I don't know. We dumped it on site. Did you wash it out? No, we didn't wash it out. Okay, well, take it up on the hill and wash it out. I'm like, motherfucker. Okay. So we go grab the truck, take it up on the hill, and we try to just drain it off. We have a guy get on top without opening the back door, because we know that there's some nasty shit in there that we don't want all over our concrete at our shop. So, which is kind of surprising. We do have a little bit of concrete at our shop, and we just didn't want to get it all nasty. We knew what was in there. So anyways, I hook up a hose, put the other end in a tote, and then have a guy get on top while I tilt it. Well, I tilted it, and then he got on top, opened up the top hatch, and then was spraying all the shit inside there, but it was kind of hard to see. Can't really do it from a manhole. We didn't want to open up the back door because all the solids that might have been in there and everything, and it would have made a big mess. But he couldn't get it. He couldn't do it. He couldn't get it cleaned out, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just open up the back door. I was like, I don't think there's that many solids in there. I have no reason to think that there's not that many solids in there. But that's what I decided to say. Where is this fucking taking me? This is not taking me a good way. Sure. Yeah, well, I don't want to go. Yeah, we'll be alright. GPS is. I was like, I should have been on 35 South. Get the fuck out of the lane, you stupid hoe. These fucking little cars, they just sneak on by in all their little ways. So we start cleaning the tank out. I end up opening up the back door. There's way more solids than we all anticipated. So I called my boss and I said, hey, there's a lot of solids in here. It's not going to go into a tote like we were hoping. He said, just close it up and we'll have it offloaded tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, just get here, get the truck, and then take it over. He's like, I think I got some other stuff I need you to haul, and then take it back over to the place and they'll rent you out. I said, all right, cool. I showed up. Somebody else already has that truck out and ready to go. Oh, well, let's not get into tomorrow. Today yet. This was last night. So close up the truck, park it, and I say, all right, good riddance. I'm out of here. I'm going to go work on my tires. I text my wife. I say, hey, going to be late. I'm off the clock now, but it's going to be late. She said, okay. I did my tires. I did them. I got all the tires swapped out, even my spare. I had everything in the bed of my truck with me. I got the tire machine plugged in, everything ready to go. I only had one tire that caught a little bit, and it's because I didn't put this, like, well, we have like this, you know what tire tire shops, they got this little fucking brush thing that goes in a little jug, and you pull it out and you wipe it around the tire and everything to make everything slip and slide real nice. I didn't do that. I was taking the tire off, and I don't know, for some reason it was catching, and I didn't pull off any of my wheel weights, and the tire machine kept catching on my wheel weights, which was kind of sketchy. I was like, please don't break, please don't break. And I just had to keep backing it up and then readjusting and then doing it again. But I got all the tires put on, all of them aired up to 40 psi, even though the tires say 60 is max. But I don't know. I was like, 40's fine. But I think I might go through and bump them all up a little bit more. I might bump them up to 50, I think. Just call them all at 50. But I got 2 hand cooks mud terrain up front, and they're skinnier. They're only about 9 inches wide. Well, maybe a little wider than that. Maybe like 10 inches wide. Let's just say the fronts are 10, and then the rears are 12 inches wide, and they are, I forget what they are. I forget what kind of tires they are, but they're decent tires. And they came off of a guy's truck at work. They got down to about half tread, and he's like, yeah, I would swap out my tires when they get around half tread. But he's like, these tires, I've had them on for 5 years, and they finally got down to about half tread, so I'm going to take them off. So they are a little old. They'll probably dry rot before they wear out. But yeah, and I put them on the rear because the rear axle of most of these 90 Chevys, the front axle sticks out a little bit wider than the rear. So I was like, all right, I'll put the skinnies up front and the wides out back. Plus, that's just the way you would normally do it anyways. But now, I like it. I mean, I actually kind of would rather, I might say, try to get some money and go buy 2 more of those hand-cooked mud terrain tires and just put the skinnies all the way around. Even though the 12 wides, they do look better, they're not gonna last for very long. And the mud terrain ones, they're all right. I like those ones, so I might just buy 2 brand new mud terrain tires, throw them on the rear, and call it good, just so everything matches. I think I'd rather have everything match. But that's nothing right now. Nothing right now. But they measure out to right at 33 inches, or a little bit below, but they are a little worn also. The mud terrain tires that I put on, they actually have a lot of tread left. They're just a little bit gravel chewed. So, because it was on a farm truck, my square body, for God knows how long. And then I got my spare swapped out. And I had 3 of those 12-inch wide tires, so one of them went on the spare. And everything's on. Everything looks great, and no real issues with them. I was driving at home last night, and it's those mud trains are really fucking loud. Like, wah, 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 all the way home. I was like, damn, this is loud as fuck. I've had tires that are way louder than that were like, it sounded like a fucking tank driving down the road. Those tires were really fucked up, but they were awesome. They lasted a long time. I think that was on my 96, and I sold that truck with those tires on it, I believe. But anyways, I got everything on. I took a couple pictures. I'll probably throw those up on the Facebook if I remember to fucking do it. I get on Facebook and I end up clicking on a reel and then just fucking doom scrolling. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I exit out, and then before you know it, you're back in another reel watching it. You're like, motherfucker, I'm just wasting my time. And lately, I don't know. I haven't really found much on YouTube or Facebook that I'm just like interested in watching. I start a lot of videos and then I just click off of them. And usually it's like right before, like the main point of the video. I don't know. I'm like, I actually don't care about this anymore. Last night I spent probably an hour watching a guy try to make friends with a very hesitant German Shepherd. I don't know. It was just popped up, and I was like, that looks kind of like Luna, my dog. So I clicked on it. That dog does not look like my dog, but I ended up leaving it on the TV, just watching this guy sit and talk about this dog and how, I don't know, it's passed or something. So got all the tires on, went home, had a good night. I did not eat dinner the night before last, and I didn't eat dinner last night. Don't know what the fuck is going on. Well, I did eat. I ate a tub of cottage cheese, but it's a small tub. But that's what I ate. I was like, I don't know. I don't want to cook anything. My wife made tacos 2 nights ago, and she's like, I got a lot of taco meat left over. You can have tacos. And I'm like, that requires me heating it up. And I wanted to. I just didn't want to do any of the work last night. I got home and I was just like, I don't want to do a fucking thing. I want to lay down. I'm just done with everything. I don't want to cook food. I'm not even all that hungry. I took my dip out early, even though it was like my nighttime dip. The one that I would usually take after I eat dinner, I took it early because I was out late, and I only left it in for like an hour. I threw it away. I was like, that's $3 right there. I just threw away. But my stomach was kind of hurting. But hey, less food is better, anyways, right? I still got energy and everything. But yeah, in the last, I don't know, I guess in the last 2 days, 2.5 days, all I've had is like 5 beef sticks and a tub of cottage cheese. Just, I don't know. I guess that's all right. I went a little crazy eating bad food. I ate 2 slices of pizza from one truck stop on Monday, and I ate 3 slices of Casey's pizza on Tuesday for lunch. But then after that, I don't know. I feel bad about myself, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna eat. And actually, it's not even that. It's just I just forget to eat, which sometimes works out. I guess it works out. I think I don't know if I'm losing any weight still at all, but I don't think I'm gaining any, which is still in the positive. Better than the stock market. Tell you what, I decided. So I downloaded this Robinhood app 8 years ago, whatever it was. I downloaded this app a very long time ago. And it was because a guy on Facebook that I went to high school with back when I had my actual Facebook. I don't have it anymore because I got hacked. Anyways, uh, he told me to download this Robinhood app and use his code to get a free stock and whatever. And I get $1 in free stock and he gets $2 in free stock or whatever. I don't know. So I downloaded the app, just off a whim, and it was Robinhood, and I got, I don't know. I don't even know what it was. A pharmaceutical company stock, $1 worth of their stock, and I got it. I got excited about it, so I downloaded it on my wife's phone, and I got another $2 free of a different company, and my wife got $1 free, but I think hers is nothing now. So I had $3 worth of free stock. I've never hooked up my bank account to this Robinhood app or anything like that at all. Don't know. I can't tell you what happened, but I know that when I opened it pretty recently, I was just like, oh, well, I need to get in there and look at it and just see what the hell's going on. I had $23 worth of stocks. I said, what the fuck is going on here? I have no idea what happened because I never did anything with it. One place closed out. They just closed out completely. They went bankrupt or whatever. So I have like point $0.00007 worth of a company that's bankrupt. I can't sell it. I don't know what the fuck to do with that, but it's gonna keep popping up saying, hey, you got stuff in this place, but it's worth nothing. It's worth nothing. So I don't know. But whatever else I had, I don't know. I just decided to sell it. I don't know why. I just was like, I'll sell it. And so I had whatever I said, $23 worth of money on the app that I never did anything to get other than download it. So I bought Meta. I bought $22 worth of Meta. And, well, I think by the time I bought the Meta, my stock, it had started to go down a little bit before I sold or something. So I had like $22.19 is what I believe it was. And, well, actually, I know that's what it was. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to buy $22 worth of Meta stock because I feel like they're going to be doing some big shit here in the future. And I kind of like their new stance on things. Zuckerberg, he's an all right guy. So I bought into Meta, and then I really wanted to I don't know why, but I was like, I want to buy a Dogecoin. Because I went through all the Bitcoin, because you can do Bitcoin on this app also. So I went to Doge, and it was worth 19.4 or 19 cents, 19 and a half cents, I guess. And I had 19 cents, but it wouldn't let me buy it because it was over 19. And I could have just went down to 18, but I was like, fuck it, I'll wait for it to go down, because I don't know why, but I just figured it would go down. Me, without knowing what I'm doing, get on the Robinhood app right as all the stocks fucking dropped. Like, there was the big sell-off here just recently, like the worst stock market day of since 2020 or since COVID or whatever. So I saw that I could get Dogecoin for 15 cents a piece. So I grabbed 1.5 Dogecoins, and now we're good. I got my Doge, and I don't know. It looks like it's coming back up. I don't even know why. This is something I've been doing lately, so I guess I figured I'd include it on the podcast, but I don't know. And it's all free money, so I don't really give a shit if it goes away. But if for some reason Dogecoin, which Dogecoin is also, it's not related to Doge, Department of Government Efficiency at all. It's not. They're not related. But I was like, oh man, I can get in low, and maybe this Dogecoin will actually, as more AI and shit starts coming up and getting bigger and everything, I figured, some of these coins might be actually worth something. So I went ahead and I bought really low at 15 cents a share or a coin. Seemed all right to me. And so anyways, let's get into today's fiasco. And I'll try to be easy on your ears. We get the truck cleaned out. Or no, the guy that's using the truck today, instead of me, he needed to run around the shop and load up different oils from different barrels and stuff. And I called him, or he said there's another truck up there that you guys need to wash out. We had it hauling like ethanol or something in it, so it needs we need to spray some simple green in there and then rinse it out. So me and this other guy went up there with a power washer, and then I saw him down there getting loading up these totes and stuff. So I was like, hey, I called him, and he could not fucking hear me. I don't know why. Why would you answer your phone if you can't hear me? I'm like, hey, you need to load this other tote. He's like, I can't fucking hear you. I'm like, you need to load this other tote. He's like, I can't fucking hear you. I'm like, yeah, what? Why are you on the phone then? If you can't hear anything, what are you doing? So I get off the phone with him. I have to walk down there, talk to him in person, right up to his ear, like I'm playing fucking telephone. I'm like, there's another tote up here that you should load up because it's the shit that we tried to pump off of that truck yesterday that we couldn't. And instead of leaving a tote full of mystery fluid up on the hill, you should suck it out. He's like, the boss didn't tell me to suck that tote out. I'm like, I know, but guess what? The shit that was in that truck this morning is in this fucking tote. There's no reason to leave a fucking half-full tote full of fucking mystery liquid down here. Just fucking load it up. Jesus Christ. So he came over there and sucked that out. And then there was another, like, it's a big poly drum, or not drum, but container tank that somebody had cut down to like 2.5 foot tall. That's so we can like back our trucks over it and open up the door and dump in there. And it was full of like paint and shit. I don't know. But he wanted to suck that out. And then so me and this other guy were washing out this other truck up there near it, just with Simple Green. And the truck was pretty clean because it was certified clean before it went and hauled ethanol. And then he only hauled ethanol from pipelines and shit. So it was still clean. It just, but we needed to rinse the thing out so it didn't smell real bad whenever we take it to this chemical plant tomorrow, I believe. So we get that sucked out, or I help him get his shit loaded up. He kind of helps us get this truck washed out. I take the placards off the truck. I get the truck parked down in the lower building. I see that bed slider that one of our fleet guys told me I could have it. He's like, yeah, get rid of it. I don't want it. Just take it. We're never going to use it for anything, and I don't feel like trying to sell it. So just take it. I'm like, okay, sweet. And it's been sitting leaned up against our building for months, just sitting there. And I don't know. I just hadn't. Well, now I have a pickup truck, but I don't know. I just hadn't grabbed it yet. And then I saw somebody moved it, and it was up there where we were washing trucks out. So I called up the fleet manager, and I said, hey, man, just wanted to make sure that it's still cool if I take this bed slider. I'll take it today, whenever I'm done with work. And he said, yeah, take it. Hey, are you busy? I said, no, I'm not busy. He said, there's a mobile office that we're outfitting right now. It's like going to be a mobile lab / office for job sites and stuff. It's just like a shipping container that's furnished. And he said, we put new cabinets in there, but whoever put the cabinets in didn't cut out the hole for the outlet. So you need to go down there and either unbolt the cabinets and figure out where it is, or just cut a hole in it. He's like, I don't really give a fuck as long as we get the outlet opened up. I said, cool. I don't have keys for that. Will you give me the keys? So he gave me the keys. He drove down, gave me the keys. I needed to use his keys also. This doesn't really matter, but it's just part of actually what happened. I didn't have keys to park the truck that I just got washed out because I just walked up there by myself. I didn't grab any of my shit. I didn't have my keys. I didn't have anything. So he gave me keys. I could park the vac truck that we just rinsed out from ethanol, parked it in the shop, walked back, opened up the shipping container, located where I'm pretty sure the outlet is, but I needed to get some tools, so I went into the shop. But before I went to the shop, I was like, oh, I better put his keys back in case he needs his keys for anything. So I take his keys into the office. When I walk in there, I set them on the desk, and then I start walking back, and I go to the kitchen area to grab me another cup of coffee because I'm thirsty, and it's early. On my way to the coffee room, I get told, hey, there's a job, you're going to need to take a double rail. I said, okay, well, I was in the middle of doing this other job for whoever, and he's like, no, fuck that guy, fuck everything he's got going on, you're doing this job now. I said, okay, so I text the guy, I say, your keys are on your desk, but I got sent on another job, so somebody else is going to have to do that. You're going to have to direct somebody else, because I imagine you only directed me to do it, and if it needs to get done, because this shipping container office needs to go out in a couple of days, and so it needs to be ready to go. It wants me to take 69 south. All right, I'll do it. I'll take it. The so they're still trying to. They got to call a bunch of people, and make sure I can go do this. This is a job. It's at a power plant south of town. That there's a dumpster there that we, like, once a year we take it to the landfill and dump it and take it back. Nothing crazy going on here. Just a simple job. So he says, all right, you're good to go. Here's your paperwork. Go get a truck and a trailer and get on the road and get going. So I go outside. I need to go south. I need to go south, people. Get the fuck out of my way. I go out. I find there's a truck sitting right in front of a double rails, and so I'm like, all right, this one's good. And I gotta go get the truck keys. But the truck was already unlocked, which was kind of weird thing to encounter, because this truck hadn't moved in a couple of days. So somebody just left it sitting here unlocked. Get the truck backed up, aired up, back it underneath the trailer, get it connected, get all the airlines. I had to reroute the airlines because the little springy thing that hangs on the back of your cab that holds your airlines up from getting all tangled and shit had shifted. So I needed to move that around. So I spent a while dicking around with that. And then I pre-tripped the truck. I got all the airlines connected. I got the electrical connected. I got the lights and the flashers turned on. I start walking around the truck, and I'm kicking all the tires. Everything's looking good. I noticed that I needed to get a liner, so I had to walk back up through the building into the other building because it's the fastest way to get there, and then walk around, look for a liner, because we just moved we had everything nicely organized in the big shop, and then they decided to move everything and not tell anybody where anything went. So I had to walk around this not new building, but newly a building that we put shit in and reorganized. And I go in there and I'm walking around, find a liner. Finally, got a liner. All right, cool. Walk back to the truck. I go throw it in the truck, and I finish my pre-trip. I don't know why. I just didn't want to forget the liner, so I wanted to walk around and make sure I got the pre-trip completed. And I walk around, get all the way to the passenger side on the tractor, and I noticed that there is a puddle of oil underneath or inside the rim of an axle. And I say, that's a hub seal that's bad. I can't use this truck. Motherfucker. So I send a picture to my boss. I say, hey man, this truck ain't no good. I go in, I talk to the mechanic, and I get the truck unhooked and parked over where the broken trucks go, and talk to the mechanic. I said, the hub seal's leaking. Can't take that one. And then we have a brand new truck. It's only got like 400 and some miles on it. Brand new Kenworth T880. And they just got all the stickers and everything on that truck. So I was like, hey, is that truck ready to go? Because I need to use it if it is. And he says, it's technically ready to go, but if you can't haul has with it yet, because we don't have it added to our has list. Like, we have a big list of trucks that can carry has or whatever. It says we don't have it on there yet, so you can't haul has. I'm like, all right, well, that's good, because I'm not hauling has. So I called my boss and I say, hey man, this new truck is ready to go. As long as you're okay with me taking it, I'll take it. He says, no, don't take that truck. I said, why not? He's like, because I don't want a brand new truck with 400 miles on it at the landfill. That's gonna be mainly a road truck. I'm gonna do my best and make sure that truck never goes to the landfill. Take this other truck. He gets on. I'm like, well, I haven't been down to the other building yet to see if we have any other day cabs that are available. He says, well, let me look real quick. And he looks. He's like, yep, it looks like there's a truck inside. This is what I heard. Inside the lower building. Just go down there and grab it. So I had to go to my pickup truck to grab my keys. And then and that one truck that I had gotten ready that had a hub seal leaking, I locked it all up. I parked it and locked it all up and put the keys away. This is important to the story, kind of. I walked down there just with keys because he said it was inside the building. If it's inside the building, that means the keys are in the dash. Like the keys are just hanging in the truck because it's inside of a locked building. I go down there and notice it's hooked up to the low boy that's sitting outside. So I have to turn around. I go ahead and open up the hood and look at it. No, I don't. I just turn, as soon as I notice that it's that truck, I turn around, walk straight back to the shop, because that's where the keyboard is, grab the key for the truck. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys want to hear this or not, but I'm going to say it. This whole fucking shenanigans. Walk back to the shop, grab the key, go back to the truck, open it up, open up the hood. It is low on coolant. Not good. Check the oil. It's good on oil. Uh-oh. I need to get over. So I get the truck fired up, and because it needs to build up air to run the PTO and all that shit. You got to get over. Everybody's got to get over. Come on over. Come on over. They closed a lane here, but there is no lane closed sign. So this is very... I'm glad I'm not back there. It looks like there's going to be a big traffic jam up there. Where was I? I get the hood open up, I fire it up so it'll start building air pressure, and it's not going to get too hot that I can't add coolant to it. So I walk back to the shop. I got to walk around, look for the coolant jug, because we have a big jug that you can fill up out of a tote. And get coolant, get it filled up, walk it down to the truck, pour the coolant in, and I just throw the coolant jug in the cab of the truck because I'm like, I'm not walking all the way back for no reason. And then by this time the truck is ready to go. It's got air built up. I get the low boy drop down because it's one of those, the split neck low boy, so you got to tilt the neck down until the trailer hits the ground and then raises up off of the fifth wheel plate. And I thought I had it pretty good, and then I go to pull out from underneath it, but for some reason the kingpin it's catching on a cross member on the frame of the truck as I pull out from underneath it. So I had to lower the airbags, and then I get out and rehook up the fucking hydraulic lines to lift it up even higher, and then unconnect the power, the PTO, and then pull out from underneath it. Finally, good to go. Pull out, drive around. I had to get the hood closed because I left the hood open. I don't know why. I was dumb. And then I pull around, and the safety guy is standing next to. He's out there just talking on the phone. He just happens to be leaned up with his coffee and a cigarette, just up against the trailer that I'm about to hook up to. So I start backing up slowly to it until he kind of notices that I'm there, and then he finally walks off. Whatever. Nothing big there. But then I back up, I get hooked up to the trailer. Airline's hooked up. Got the landing gear raised up. Do another pre-trip. And then I'm like, oh, Fuck! I left the fucking liner in the bar in the other truck. That's okay. Pull up next to it, get out, go back into the shop, grab the keys to the truck that had the hub seal leaking, go out, unlock the truck, throw the I needed the DOT bar and the liner that I threw in there. Get the truck locked, go put the keys back. Go back to my truck, do a big U-turn. Park it next to the office, run inside because there was some paperwork inside that I needed to grab. And they're like, "You haven't left yet?" I'm like, "No, I haven't left yet. I've been fucking dealing with shit, okay? I've been dealing with some real shit, okay?" And then I'm about to leave, and then he's like, "Hey, the tarp on that box might not be okay. So you need to grab like 4 straps, find 4 ratchet straps to take with you." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And so I go out, and I just go to my pickup truck first. I grab my work bag, my cooler, a jacket, just in case, even though it's nice out, it's 70 degrees just about. And I go to put it in my truck, but the door is locked on the passenger side. So I'm like, motherfucker. Leave all that shit there. Go back into the shop, through that shop, into the other shop, the new shop where all the new shit is. Walk around aimlessly looking for a box of ratchet straps. If you can find them. Usually you got to find them one at a time laying around because people don't put shit where it goes, but they just reorganized, so I had to walk around. Found the ratchet straps. Surprisingly, I found 4 of them in one spot. Grab the ratchet straps, walk back through the shop to the truck, throw them in the trailer, get in the truck, get the geotab set up, ready to go, and then I have to piss. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And I'm like, I'm not gonna stop. I just need to go piss, and then I'm gonna leave. So go in there, take a piss. The mechanic is sitting. He's like, "What are you doing? I've seen you. You're just walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth." I'm like, "I know, man. I know. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here." And they keep giving me extra shit to do. A lot of shit wasn't working. If that one truck didn't have a hub seal leaking, I would have been on the road an hour ago. Finally, good to go. And now I'm on the road and I'm driving. It's just, it's just a little thing, like a hub seal leaking. After you got that truck, all the supplies put in there, ready to go, and then having trucks that are parked outside, locked near buildings that are far away from the keys that you got to turn around, go get them, and then locking the truck that you already had ready to go, and then going back and getting all the. It's just, I don't know, man. Am I fucked up? Am I a piece of shit? I feel like I'm a piece of shit. I feel like if anybody else had this shit going on, people would have been more understanding. Plus, there's a girl on the ER side that just got her permit, and she's looking for drive time, practice time, and I'm like, I didn't even entertain it, but because I was gonna go up, talk to my boss and say, "Hey, do you want that new girl to drive the truck so she could get?" Because this is a pretty simple fucking job. But I decided, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not wasting any more time because then she'll be like, "What do I need to bring?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, you need all your shit. You need your fucking hard hat, your vest, and gloves, safety glasses. Let's fucking go." Anyways, I didn't feel like doing any of that. Anyways, my drive is only an hour south. It's not a crazy deal. I'm halfway there now. Got to go down here and get let in, which sometimes can be a pain in the ass for this specific water or power plant. They gotta let me in. They gotta get somebody to lead me back to the box, even though I know where it's at. Get the box loaded up, make sure all the doors are tight, the door is tight, the tarp is on, it's rolled up, everything's good to go. There's nothing. I think last time I did this, there was a bunch of shit sticking up in the box, and I had to take some shit out or stomp it down, and then load the box up, and then I got to go to the landfill, which is another hour up north. Go to the landfill, offload, and then drive another hour south, drop the box off, but I got to put a new liner in it. That's why I have the liner here. Put a liner in it, and then leave it, and then go back to the shop. I'm not upset at anything. I'm kind of glad things stalled me as long as they did, because this is probably going to get me some overtime. I mean, it's 11:30 right now. It'll be noon by the time I get there. It'll probably be 12:30, maybe even 1, depending on if they let me in that fucking place. Get loaded up. 2 o'clock, I'll be at the landfill. It'll take me an hour to offload, probably. It shouldn't, but it will, because it's a double rail at the landfill. It just doesn't work. Just shouldn't happen. That'll be 3 o'clock, and then it'll be 4 o'clock by the time I get down here. 4:30, I'll get it dropped and out of there. And then 5:30, I'll be back at the shop. I'll be working till 6 tonight, maybe. And did I mention whenever I put those tires on, one of them has a nail in it? And I don't know. We have patching equipment for tires at the shop near the tire machine, but since they took all the racks out and moved everything around, everything for the tire machine, you would think that people, whenever they're like removing equipment and shelving and stuff, they'll be like, let's put all the tire equipment near the tire machine, so whenever we have that random blowout that we need to get fucking done, everything's ready to go. None of that shit is anywhere to be found. I was walking around looking for all different kinds of shit over the last few weeks that I can't find because they moved everything. So I didn't patch the tire, but whenever I had talked to the mechanic guy that had thrown these tires away, he's like, yeah, none of them leak or anything. I was like, oh, okay, one of them has a nail in it. He's like, one of them has a nail in it? I didn't know it had a nail in it. I was like, yeah, it's got a nail in it. He's like, well, it doesn't leak. I'm like, okay. It leaks. Very, very slowly. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably just air it up and try to get it home tonight. I should have done this last night, but I didn't. But I think tonight I'm going to air it up, make sure it's got enough air in it, drive it home, and I've got plugs, a whole plug kit and everything at home, so I'm just going to plug it at my house. Because I don't know. Patching it would be the best, but that involves more, and then taking the tire off and everything. And I don't want to do that. I just want to shove a plug in it and call it good. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I've plugged many tires. So I'll get that thing plugged up, and shit, I think we'll be good to go on those tires. I do want to retorque the wheels down. My passenger side front tire, or front wheel, had one lug nut that was like seized on there. Like, it took a long time to get that motherfucker off. It was just one lug nut. All the other ones came off all right, but then when I was putting the lug nuts back on after I got the tire switched out, it was dragging a little bit. So, and that was the first one I started with. So I found a little thing of anti-seize, and I put it on the threads for my lug nuts, and I just hope that'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. That's what it's meant for, I think. But every other wheel came off just perfect. Nothing, and actually that one wheel that first wheel I started with, it did have I have a broken stud. I guess I could probably get a stud at the shop and bang that one out and bang a new one in. But I'm not too worried about it. My 78, I only had like 9 studs on the entire truck. This is a 6 lug truck. 4 wheels, 6 lugs. 24. Is that right? Yeah, 24. And I only had 9 out of 24 lug nuts on that truck. And I was a young, dumb kid when I had that truck. And if I would have put a little bit of money in that truck, I'd probably still have it today. But I never put any money into that truck other than little stupid bullshit. And that would have been a really nice truck to still have. I mean, for one, it'd be worth a lot more right now as a factory 4x4 short bed, which was pretty, those are pretty sought after. But I'll tell you, in my you know, my older age, I really like the long bed. It just it just fits better. I like the long bed. And so tonight, I'm going to air up that tire. I'm going to throw that bed slider in the bed of the truck. I've got all these straps with me, so I'll probably steal one of these straps and take it home just so I don't lose that bed slider. Take it home, throw it in the garage. And maybe this weekend or one of these weekends, I'll get the bed of my 79 cleaned out. Right now, it's full of shit. It's been a big trash bin right now. So I'll get the bed of it cleaned out completely, and then see if I can get this bed slider bolted in. And then, because that'd be really cool. I was talking about this a little while back about getting, like, mounting some stuff to this bed slider. Like the generator, an air compressor, shit like that. I think that'd be really cool to get mounted in there. But I think I am going to need to get a topper. Or just leave it open and just hope nobody fucks with anything. Put some locks on some shit. And start getting that truck ready to go, man, because it's warmer out. I'm going to start working on it. Realistically, it needs for it to be a runner driving up and down the road. If I got the time, it wouldn't take much. I got to redo some of the wiring. I got to put a new starter in there. I got to wire up the headlights, and it'll be ready to go. And then I just got to I got the title. I just got to take it up there, get it tagged. And it'll be, that truck could be on the road a lot sooner than I imagined. But it all depends on if I get the time to do it. And lately I've been getting home pretty late. But yesterday was because I decided to do tires. Tonight, I need to try to get off as early as I can. Which isn't going to happen. I need the money. But my buddy Luke, I tried to, we were thinking about doing it last night, but last night ended up being late. But tonight we were going to put my new dishwasher in, which my wife has been waiting on. It's sitting in our garage. It's ready to go. Just got to get it hauled upstairs and the old dishwasher pulled out and the new one put in, and it should be good to go. But Uh, I don't know. Now it looks like I might be having a little bit of a late night tonight. Nobody knows if it'll happen. And then, I don't know. I'm probably going to try to actually, for real, deny work this weekend. Because I know it's going to happen. I know they're going to ask me to work this weekend. I think I'm actually going to actively deny working this weekend. Don't ask me. I ain't doing it. You can ask me, but I still ain't doing it. I'm going to tell them no. I'm not on call this weekend. I can't do it. But I do need to figure out. So I scheduled out. I finally put in the schedule my my vacation time that I need to take, and they put me on call on specifically on the weekend that I need off. But that's in June, so I got some time. I can get that figured out, swapped out. Um, yeah. Today's gonna be a good day. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna be done talking. I think I'm gonna try to munch down some of this food I brought. So, adios. Keep all 18 down. We'll talk to you later.